Back on July the 16th, on the eve of the announcement of Russia's decision not to renew the grain deal, the US was already considering this scenario. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said that if the Black Sea Grain Initiative was not extended, Russia would face serious diplomatic consequences.
If they do withdraw from that agreement, the rest of the world will look at that and say, Russia has turned its back on providing food at affordable prices to countries in the global south. Africa, South America. And I think that will then lead to huge diplomatic costs for Russia. Jake Sullivan, United States National Security Advisor to President, Voice of America reports.
The grain deal expires on July the 18th, the day before the extension. A spokeswoman for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Russian Federation said that Russia had officially informed Turkey, Ukraine and the UN Secretariat of its objections to the extension of the grain agreement. This was confirmed by the spokesperson of the President of Russia, Dmitry Peskov.
The part concerning Russia in this Black Sea agreement has not been fulfilled so far. Therefore, it is terminated. As soon as the Russian part of the agreements is fulfilled, the Russian side will return to the implementation of this deal immediately. That is the de facto situation. Dmitry Peskov, press secretary of the President of the Russian Federation, Bloomberg reports.
Russia's decision to pull out of the grain deal is completely unjustified and unacceptable to use hunger as a weapon. This was stated by the High Representative of the European Union for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, Josep Borrell.
I am so sorry to say that today Russia has refused to prolong this deal. And this is something very serious that will create a lot of troubles to many people around the world. We, from our side, we will do everything we can through our solidarity lanes in order to make available the Ukrainian grain for the people who eat from it. And I have to blame Russia for this decision.
The head of the European Council, Charles Michel, said that Russia's decision would jeopardize food security and the world's access to grains and fertilizers.
The Black Sea Grain Deal agreed under the auspices of Antonio Guterres is very important, especially for the most vulnerable countries, because this agreement, together with the European solidarity lanes, it is helping to make sure that the most vulnerable countries have access to the grains and to the fertilizers they need for the people, for the population. And that's why we fully support all the efforts of Antonio Guterres to make sure that the continuity of this agreement will be guaranteed.
Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said that he planned to talk to Russian President Vladimir Putin about the continuation of the grain deal.
Our foreign minister will have a meeting with his Russian counterpart, and with this meeting I hope that we can quickly proceed and resume the grain deal without interruption.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that everything had to be done to be able to use this Black Sea corridor even without Russia.
We are not afraid. The companies that own the ships have contacted us. They said they are prepared to continue the grain shipments if Ukraine lets them leave and Turkey lets them pass through. When Russia claims it is suspending the grain initiative, it is breaking off its agreements with the UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres and President Erdogan, not with us. We made no agreements with them. Volodymyr Zelensky, President of Ukraine, in an interview with African journalists.
Russia's announcement of withdrawal from the agreement has shaken up some of the world's poorest countries. For example, Somalia, according to UN trade data, received 84,000 tons of Ukrainian wheat in 2022 to prevent impending famine in some areas.
100% of all Somalis use wheat. If the road through the Black Sea is closed, we expect the price of wheat to rise to $28, $29 or $30. We hope that the Black Sea route will remain open.
The grain agreement, which allowed Ukraine to export food through the 3 Black Sea ports of Odessa, was first signed last July. Ukraine, Turkey, the UN and Russia were involved in the agreement. Later, Russia repeatedly blocked the agreement, demanding that a number of requirements be met, including the reconnection of Rossельhozbank to SWIFT, the resumption of supplies of agricultural equipment, the lifting of restrictions on insurance, the lifting of the ban on access to EU ports, and the resumption of operation of the Tolyatti-Odessa ammonia pipeline. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Yulia Bil, UATV News.